and cardiovascular health.
Absolutely.
Those are the three things that I try to focus on to some degree every single day, because as we get older, we lose our range of motion, our flexibility. As we get older, we're going to lose our muscle mass. As we get older, we generally will lose, not generally, we will lose aerobic capacity. The only way we maintain them is if we continue to work and push back the boundaries every day. Otherwise, our world continues to shrink around us. So it's up to us as we get older to make an effort to retain some of those youthful capacities, whether it's flexibility. And I've been in yoga classes with folks who are in their 80s, who are more flexible than I have ever been at my very best. And certainly I know endurance athletes who are older than me who are just remarkable. So they stand as opportunities for all of us, examples for all of us, what we could achieve if we choose to.
Well, as we often say, God helps those who take, who help themselves. And here's another case in point product. I love this.
Or what I always say, God helps those who help themselves. Lately, what I've been saying is all the decisions we make on a daily basis, and this sounds a little bit extreme, whether it's what we choose to eat, or whether we choose to go to the gym or not go to the gym, whether we choose to maybe do a little stretching at the house in front of the TV. I just get on the floor and I'll do some stretching while I'm watching TV. Do it like your life depends on it, because it actually does. Whether we realize it or not, all these things we do, the aggregate, the combined results of all these little decisions we make are going to define the quality and quantity of our life. And maybe don't do it as our own life depends on it. Do it as though the happiness of those who love us depends on it. Aww. So that tends to imbue us maybe with a little more passion, a little more enthusiasm, because life is hard. And I work too much and I work too hard, and my family often criticizes me for that. But I still try to maintain balance in doing other things. And I think we just have to do our very best, because our life does depend on it.
Wow. I mean, well, there goes brunch and that Bloody Mary, I guess. But at any rate, this is one of my favorite products. And I think life on this planet, and as we know it, I think we're putting more strain on our eyes than maybe any other time in history, whether it's staring at that cell phone, staring at that iPad, staring at that computer screen. And I think a lot of times we just throw up our hands and say, there's nothing I can do. Well, the science supports that, again, another product that I know you're going to want to take, especially when we're doing it at this kind of savings. So you just choose 30, 60, 180, or 360. So once more, anniversary pricing. On that 360 count size, you're looking at a $40 savings, and that is on a 4-pay flex pay with that extended holiday return policy. I'm so glad you did this, because when you offered this as a today's special, I was actually on vacation. And so
the nerve.
I know. See, what was I thinking?
You just looked at the calendar. When's Andrew going to be here? I'm out of town.
So the opposite, you know that. But it's funny, this is another one of those, I guess, pun intended, see the difference products. When you run out, you can tell a difference.
But interestingly enough, and again, so many of the things that, if you've followed my shows over the past 28 years, or I've been doing this for 39 years, when I first made our eye product decades ago, what I talked about was the protective role these ingredients played long-term in terms of the health of our eyes. And that lutein and zeaxanthin optical pigments, they're protective antioxidants, that their actual chemical molecular structure, their molecular structure is perfectly designed to sort of straddle the membranes of the cells in our eye and to actually absorb and avoid the damaging effects of high energy light, UV light, blue light, things like that. In fact, we're in a studio with these bright white lights. These lights might seem white. I guarantee if we had a device to measure the contribution of blue light or high energy light, I guarantee there's a lot of high energy blue light in these lights in the studio. On our phones, I noticed on my newest phone, it has a blue light setting, which I've talked about this for a long time. But now my phone, the default setting, unless I want to turn it off, is the blue light filter. So there's a recognition that all of these electronic devices that we use and utilize, the lights in our homes, are delivering us high amounts of high energy radiation, just like the sun does. And unfortunately, those high energy radiation over the course of our lifetime affects the health and quality of our eyes, the quality of our vision. And what I was starting to talk about before is when I first introduced this product, it was all about those long-term protective effects. Now, I can specifically speak to the fact that lutein and zeaxanthin, the key ingredients in this product, unfortunately among the most expensive ingredients in any product, lutein and zeaxanthin are not just protective compounds protecting our eyes from high energy radiation, which the defining experience of our eyes is they must be exposed to high energy radiation or they're not doing their job. We open our eyes, high energy radiation enters our eyes because light enters our eyes. That's how we see. But not only are they necessary as protective compounds, they're the optical pigments in our eye. So when you look at, say, years ago, there were these sunglasses. Actually, an old friend of mine used to make them called blue blockers.
Oh, yes.
Joe Sugarman.
Yeah.
And they were yellow, but what the most striking things about those sunglasses, you'd put on those yellow sunglasses and everything seemed crystal clear and sharp. That yellow filtering device it made everything, your vision, look crystal clear and sharp. By the same mechanism, lutein and zeaxanthin are yellow pigments. Our brain and our eyes correct for that yellowness, so we see no yellowness from lutein and zeaxanthin being our optical pigments. They've been in our eyes since the beginning of time. They're also present in the eyes of our dogs. This is a product that every other day I give Lincoln and Marcel a quarter capsule of Ultimate Eye.
Wow.
I sprinkle it into their food, I close up the capsule, I swallow the rest of it myself. So I do that exactly with CoQ10. I sprinkle a little in their food, I close up the capsule, swallow the rest of it myself. So lutein and zeaxanthin are absolutely essential, not just as protective compounds, but they are named, they are defined as the optical pigments. They also deliver an optical filtering mechanism that delivers better quality vision, sharper vision, better accommodation, dark to light, light to dark. So it's just part of how our eye works. So not only is it long-term beneficial, but it's near-term beneficial. And that's what we read in the reviews, whether from individuals saying they see a difference or from their ophthalmologist, optometrist, optician saying that they see a difference.
Absolutely. Another, again, a customer pick, 4.6 star. We are scooting along, though. I love this. We're going to do almost like a little mini...
I was going to say one more thing here.
Yeah.
So if we look at our eyes, and we'll do this chart quickly, this is decline in visual accommodation. And as we get older, our ability to accommodate changes. We know this. When we start getting around 40, 50 years old, we notice a change in our vision. Being able to read things up close, accommodating things further away after we've been reading things up close. And those changes in visual accommodation, you can see where it is. And what's this? If we look at where it bottoms out there, that's at like 48 right there and 56 right there. And lutein and zeaxanthin helps with visual accommodation. Of course, the natural changes in the anatomy and the physiology of our eye are defined by the aging process. But to the extent we deliver lutein and zeaxanthin, we're delivering vital components that help our eyes in terms of visual accommodation, also night vision. So I encourage you to read the reviews.
Absolutely. All right. So we've got a lot to do yet in this hour of time together.
Yes.
Remember, we will do an abbreviated look at our today's special at the end of the hour. I love that we're both mad about plaid today, Miss Muriel.
Yes, plaid is so in.
We are.
I left my plaid.
Where's your
home.
kilt?
My kilt. What do they say? What do they wear under their kilt? We won't even go there.
Well, that's a whole other show, folks. Beautiful Muriel, who, if you have not met her before, first of all, follow her. You have such amazing ability and talent to make healthy food gourmet and fabulous and just in time for the holidays, my friend.
Exactly. This is a wonderful book for you to have for the holidays and even start before, because really all the recipes, you can first of all practice them now, and then you'll be perfectly ready for the holidays. You can mix them up with your favorite family recipes. And then after that, you know, you will use some of mine to adapt. And
Muriel, sweetie, Stephen, is that price right? Did you see that price?
I know the price is unbelievable today. Unbelievable.
$4.90? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and it's a great gift also for you, for your family, for your friends. And
okay, I was going to say, did he authorize this?
Because this is a very long and thorough cookbook, but I figured it was holidays.
Right.
And I always say that information should be as affordable as possible, and what this cookbook is really intended to be is information, because as much as I will objectively say that I make the best vitamins in the world, and that's all I try to do responsibly, ethically, to make the best vitamins in the world, how we eat is so much more important than vitamins. and I'm probably one of the few vitamin guys who would say that, but how we eat is so much more important. I just wanted this book to be as affordable as possible. So for what used to be my standard shipping and handling charge, if you went back 10 years, 15, 20 years, my standard shipping and handling charge was $4 and change, or even more on a larger size. That's what the book is. What are you guys whispering about?
I know, it's like,
Talking about
who
kids
needs
behind your
you?
Exactly.
You know, we're having girlfriend time. Actually, I was looking at this
I'm going
recipe. You know we're kidding. But Maria, one of the things that I love most, now I know it was Andrew's mom who suggested the spiral bound, which, you know, thumbs up to mom.
So it lasts forever. So you don't have
really
pages
does.
coming out and tearing. Plus, you could take a picture of the page and have it on your phone, because that's Muriel's, you know, brilliant the way she did this. There's a shopping list on the first page. Most cookbooks, 1 page or half a page per recipe. Each recipe is typically 2, 3, 4 pages. So you see the first page with all the ingredients, pictures of the ingredients, a shopping list. Then you see the step-by-step pictures, and then you see a full nutrition facts, the likes of which you don't even see on foods. So you know the calories, carbohydrate, fat, nutrients. Look at that, it even shows the levels of choline, beta-carotene, alpha-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin. So there's no other cookbook in the world that does all of those things, from the shopping list to each step picture, that I could even follow the cookbook. And the only thing I'm really good at in the kitchen is eating. But even I could prepare all of these foods. They're so easy to follow. And I love the fact that we know what we're eating ourselves. We know what we're giving our family. And I don't know of another cookbook in the world that's invested in doing all the research. So it tells you exactly what's in everything you're getting.
Well, you know what? Don't get one, get more than one. I'm telling you, it's the best gift ever, and we have limited quantities. I don't even know how you did it, because it's so interesting when you eat your food. First of all, it's a feast for the eyes. Everything looks so yummy. But you found ways to add healthy additions to get kind of that comfort, you know, yummy.
Absolutely. That's what I try to do, is really to include healthy spices, healthy vegetable for you and your family. So instead of some heavier carbohydrated, I try to replace it with vegetables. So look at this, for example. This is Andrew's mom recipe, her chicken wings. And I can tell you, you better double that recipe, because there will not be much left.
No, but that's with the mushy chicken. And that's something that name comes from when I was 6 years old, that we called that my mom's mushy chicken.
Yeah. And you can see with the books, what I do is I do step-by-step recipes and pictures, so you can really follow easily. Anybody can do this, I promise. And you know what, like Andrew showed earlier, you have the nutrition fact right here. So you can know exactly how many calories you have per wings or per little drumette. And
if you notice, Muriel, she has a little bit of a Texas drawl.
Yes.
No, just kidding.
She's like, what?
Muriel was born and raised in France, Paris, home of the cordon bleu. So Muriel is actually a trained cordon bleu chef. But what she aspires to do is to take all of that training, because Muriel eats, truth be told, incredibly healthily. So what she does is she'll make things at the house, and I will sometimes annoy the heck out of her, because I'll ask her half a dozen times, so what's really in this? Because I want to eat healthy, and if something tastes too good, I assume it can't possibly be healthy. And the other day, she made these enchiladas. And the enchiladas, I thought it was some flour tortilla and things. All it was egg white with, I think, some oat flour, some herbs. So that's what these books deliver to you, all these simple tools to make really yummy comfort foods, family foods for the holidays, make it delicious and healthy, because how we eat, as much as supplements are important, how we eat, I've seen all sorts of things say this over the years, that eat like your life depends on it. These books are not only designed to help you eat like your life depends on it, but eat like your joy depends on it too. And it's enjoyable, it's delicious, it's healthy, and it's a gift to you and your family.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, those books are 4.7 star. We have tons of fabulous reviews on them. I was just reading them this morning, and my heart was really touched, because people really adore using them. They use them more than any other cookbook out there. just because it's so simple, easy. You can find the ingredients anywhere. And for example, I was just showing the tacos here because I show you how to reuse your turkey after you have not finished it, for example.
That's a great idea.
So, what can I do with the leftover? Well, I give you plenty of ideas. Don't worry about that.
Right.
You know, and also I show you how to make super nice miso green beans or this butternut squash soup, I think.
As they say in French, they'll say it here in the U.S. also, les haricots verts.
Les haricots verts.
But without using tons of butter or things like that, and frankly, I'll eat what Muriel makes, and I think it's better than the comfort food I used to always love. So she just has a knack of making all of these yummy things that we often can be compromising our health to make them delicious. So we actually are doing something wonderful for our bodies, for ourselves, for our families, and you'd swear it can't be good for you because they taste so delicious.
I absolutely agree. They were actually going to shoo us along because this will be your only presentation. I can promise you, because most people are getting more than one.
We'll try to have more for next weekend.
Oh, really? Oh, boy, I hope so.
I'm going to do our best to have more for next weekend. And the reviews, I encourage you to read the reviews. I look at reviews on cookbooks when I look at Amazon and things, and great cookbooks will have reviews of 4 and 4.2. But this cookbook is like my supplements. It's almost perfectly reviewed. And I really think it's Muriel's credit. It's a perfectly created cookbook.
Absolutely.
In terms of the shopping list, pictures of each step along the way, full nutrition facts. So it really gives you, when you get this cookbook, you're an informed chef and you're an informed consumer. And I think that's how we remain healthy, is by being informed.
For sure. Well, awesome job. I always look forward to see what you're coming out with next.
Thank you. Well, coming up soon.
All right.
And don't forget to follow my Instagram, Eating Well with Muriel. You have tons of my recipes. You can see some of my videos also on my website, which is Eating Well with Muriel as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank
Très
you.
bien fait.
Ouais, merci.
À très bientôt. À tout de suite.
À tout à l'heure.
À tout à l'heure.
If you're missing a sample, you know where it went.
I'll be eating this after the show. It's like,
see, that's the only thing that's torturous, is they bring out that amazing food and then I smell it and then it's hard to keep going on.
One of my greater disappointments yesterday was one of the better aspects of being here when Wolfgang Puck is here is that I always know I could snag some food from his shows. But there was none left, and Steve, our producer, had some of his food, and he offered to share it with me, but I wasn't going to deprive him.
Wow.
But that's one of the nicest parts, because he used that oven. He made some chicken breast and a turkey.
The pressure cooking oven. Yeah, so, absolutely. All right. Well, actually, this is a great little segue, because I know Muriel cooks with turmeric, but this is, not like your kitchen turmeric. This is the way to help.
That's why I put this after, because Muriel, one of my mom's favorite recipes was a simple, she'd make chicken breasts or chicken wings, and all it would be, say, a little bit of olive oil, some salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of paprika. And it would brown the chicken wings or chicken breasts. Would be delicious. What Muriel has done with that recipe, she's replaced the paprika with turmeric. And it still gives it a wonderful golden color, because paprika doesn't have a strong flavor, nor does turmeric. So it just they have sort of a subtle flavor and a nice color when you brown the chicken wings or the chicken breast or something like that. So turmeric is something, as a spice, that delivers about 1 to 2% curcumin, the same 1 to 2% curcuminoids, low levels of curcuminoids, but beneficial. If you're in India, where you're putting it on anything and everything, even that 1 to 2%, you're using it so much, becomes meaningful. In America, we use very little turmeric. We get very little in the way of curcuminoids. And that's why a standardized extract like this, where you're at 95% levels, changes everything. So what's interesting is, again, I spoke about something called bioperine. Not sure even how they pronounce it, but it's a pepper extract that's designed to increase the absorption of certain nutrients or supplements. And that's one of the versions of turmeric or curcumin you'll see out there, is with bioperine added. All I think it does is increase the likelihood of a turmeric supplement to upset your stomach. But also, bioperine is well established to increase and change the way drugs are metabolized and utilized in your body. If we're taking medicine drugs, and most of us are, that's not something I really want to be messing with. So there's a much simpler way, a more natural way, a more common sense way to increase the absorption of turmeric. And it's by just taking a page out of the Indian cookbook. In India, when they typically, or Asia, when they're typically making, say, stews or things like that, and they use turmeric, those stews contain what? Fat. And those stews are cooked at usually at not high temperatures, but for long periods of time. So what that basically does, it complexes the turmeric and its curcuminoids with fat. And what does that do? It naturally enhances their absorption. And it's been proven scientifically that that actually occurs, and that's exactly what we do here. We take the predominant phospholipid in your liver, phosphatidylcholine, and we use that as a means of enhancing the absorption of turmeric and its curcuminoids, and enhancing it dozens of times over. So it makes it far more absorbable, doesn't affect the metabolism of absorption of drugs or anything like that, but it gives you turmeric that's going to deliver the benefits we seek, say for our liver, benefits we seek for our joints, soothing benefits to our joints, and that's the best way to deliver turmeric.
Absolutely. It's one of the many products that I take of Andrew's specifically for my joints, while there are a multitude of side benefits as well. Big benefit to use, of course, you are getting special anniversary pricing.
Huge savings for the birthday
Huge
anniversary.
savings. So 30, 60, 120, 240. Our price, this is our normal pricing, which, by the way, on a product of this caliber and quality is still pretty doggone remarkable. But as an example, on that 240 cap size, that's the one I always get, because like I said, I take it every day. I actually take it twice a day.
Right.
I mean, for me, 129, it's $40 off at $89.90.
Typical one capsule,
right.
2 capsules at most if your doctor might recommend it. And turmeric and curcumin they're now recognized for, in a natural role, playing a role that many of us might seek in terms of our joints, in terms of other systems in our bodies otherwise. So it's a way to deliver benefits naturally. The biggest problem with turmeric is you could get the best extract, the best standardized extract in the world of turmeric. You could start with that and you could take that, but it's not going to be absorbable. And originally, that's why I really avoided turmeric and curcumin supplements for at least a decade after I knew they existed, because I also knew the absorptive issues, the absorption issues existed. It wasn't until we had an established natural way to enhance the absorption of turmeric such that a supplement became a good investment. Otherwise, I would always say, just use turmeric in your diet. But now that we have an established natural way to enhance the absorption, now turmeric can be delivered in a supplement extremely effectively, and that's what we've done here.
And that's what's key. I mean, you want to reap the benefits if you're going to bother to spend the money and take it.
Yeah, as I said, you could have the best extract in the world, but it doesn't mean that extract is going to be absorbed. It's going to be delivered to your colon, which is beneficial that it's delivered to your colon, because there are certain benefits there to go through your digestive system. Ours also will not be irritating or cause any stomach upset or anything like that. But if you want it to deliver its benefits systemically, it needs to be absorbed. And naturally, even the best extract isn't well absorbed, but if you complex it with fat, it's brilliantly absorbed, and that's what we've done.
Absolutely. Okay. Yep. I like that we're doing kind of like a little mini variety show
in between.
It's fun.
But we're only going to have a short airing of the Today's Special at the end of the hour.
You read my mind. So an abbreviated look at that Today's Special at the end of this hour. I am so glad you snuck this in this show.
We haven't featured this for a long time.
I know you haven't. And boy, oh boy, if you haven't heard about us praising marine collagen, where have you been? For so many of us, now I just mentioned I take the turmeric for my joints. It was actually Muriel and Andrew who were looking younger and younger, and hey, I'll have what they're having. The beauty benefits that you will reap in addition to the joint benefits of marine collagen, it's something that you want, especially at this kind of savings. And I'll just take you on a tour of that real quickly. And I know this is an abbreviated look, and Andrew's going to get through as much information as possible. But 30, 60, 120, 240, holy smoke, is that a wow, that's an anniversary price.
Yeah, and that reflects the savings, because originally we just had marine collagen peptides.
Right.
And we've combined also MSM.
Look at that.
But the other thing that's happening, there's sort of a worldwide shortage on these collagen peptides. Bovine peptides are a fraction of the price, but even those have gone up dramatically and they're scarce. The marine collagen peptides, the price It's not reflected in my price yet, but I know that my price is going up probably 30 or 40%.
Oh, no kidding.
Well, it already has.
Wow.
So we haven't reflected it yet. We're trying to avoid doing that. But marine collagen peptides, I introduced these more than a decade ago. In the last year or two, really the last year, the world has caught on to all the diverse benefits of these collagen peptides. For their beauty benefits in terms of the skin, in terms of issues around the wrinkling of our skin, the age-related changes in our skin, to also our joints. Muriel loves this product for her skin. Her friends the same. I love this product because of my joints.
Right.
Normally I don't end the summer, because the summer is when I really engage in endurance sports.
I know you do.
And I normally don't end the summer where I could absolutely say, and knock on wood if there's wood here, my ankles, my knees, my hips feel perfect. I probably shouldn't say that on national TV, but they feel perfect. And to me, I attribute how well I feel to a large number of things I do. As I said before, I'm really conscientious about the different types of exercise I do, from flexibility and all strengthening, and also my endurance sports. But marine collagen peptides, and I'm not alone. I have so many other friends who are serious endurance athletes who view marine collagen peptides as sort of a new lease on life to their endurance sports as they've gotten older, because we're not as young as we used to be. So we really need to give our body as much assistance as we possibly can, because aging is challenging. It's challenging to our tissues' ability to maintain themselves in the face of our active lifestyles, in the face of just aging itself. So marine collagen peptides is one of those things, I say, that gives us a chance to turn back the clock and give our body a chance to maintain these structurally critical tissues. Certainly wrinkling of our skin and the appearance of cellulite, that's not structurally critical, but it goes to how marine collagen peptides can work. Our joints, the flexibility of our arteries and veins, I think that's structurally critical. So that's where I really attach significance to this product.
Absolutely. I'll show you the savings one more time. And speaking of savings, holy smoke, getting free shipping on that huge jug. I mean, that's big in and of itself. Of course, extended holiday return policy, and much like our today's special, and I know I just broke this down for you, where again, the 30 count is $21.90, $60, $39.90, $120, $69.90, and then the 240, $119.90 with over $100 savings. But just like our today's special, I mean, honestly, your savings honestly pay for the purchase. I mean, they really do. And with the addition of that MSM, it's a double whammy. I mean, seriously. And that's on any one of the sizes, by the way. Incidentally, we've got these new microphones, so they pick everything up. Did you hear the water?
Oh,
I heard the water, which means that just like everything that you do, uber soluble. So it's super duper soluble.
Well, collagen is supposed to be a resistant protein. It's supposed to not be absorbable. Right. It's the gristle on bones and things like that. Yeah. I actually put, because I used a large scoop, which is twice the size of the standard scoop.
Oh, you did?
And by the way, the standard scoop there is 5 grams.
Oh.
A lot of the research talks about 1 to 2.5 grams.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend less than 2.5 grams daily. So you could actually double the serving size if you're only doing 2.5 grams. So, but I put, just to show solubility, I put a marine collagen, since I put 4 of those scoops, that's probably the equivalent of 8 to 10 scoops in about 8 ounces. And,
oh my word.
And it has basically no taste.
No, and I have to say, for someone like myself, again, I take it for my joints, but the fact that I'm reaping benefits in the appearance of my skin and my wrinkles and cellulite and all these other amazing things that we love it for. Oh, look at that.
Well, you just see a little foam around the glass, but it's all totally, as you could look, it's all totally dissolved.
Isn't that fabulous?
So, and also it's harmless. I took a little, I took a lot more than I normally take, but I just wanted to show everyone. So instead of pouring it out, I figured I'd drink it all. But so again, marine collagen peptides. These are, collagen is a structural molecule. It's the predominant protein in our body. So not the proteins in our muscle, not proteins anywhere else in our body. The predominant protein in our body is collagen. And collagen is a protein that its gradual degradation with aging, its gradual deterioration with aging, those molecular changes, that's what we visibly experience as the aging process, whether it's wrinkles in our skin, whether it's the loss of resiliency in our arteries and veins, or the loss of resiliency in our joints. And it's very funny. If you spoke to an orthopedist, they'll tell you, you know, I could basically map someone's age by visualizing the changes in cartilage, ligaments, and tendons. Or you might talk to a cardiologist or someone who specializes in circulation. You can map the changes based upon the loss of elasticity, flexibility, resiliency in someone's vascular tissue. Or you can speak to someone, a cosmetics surgeon or a dermatologist, and they'll tell you, you know, it's the changes in the skin. What's the one thing that all three of these experts and doctors and tissues have in common? They're all commenting on the changes in flexibility and elasticity that accompany these tissues, whether it's our joint tissue, whether it's our vascular tissue, or whether it's our integumentary system, our skin. So, and the one thing all of those tissues have in common is their integrating matrix is collagen. So that's what this product delivers, is an absorbable form of collagen that has been proven to not just be absorbable, but to go to the site in the body where it can be utilized.
Absolutely, and to that end, I mean, we saw a lot of beauty products where they tout collagen and, you know, talking about applying that topically, so, you know, you might be dubious, you know, have tea will travel.
And again, what's great about this time of year in terms of trial, all our products are at their, other than their Today Special, and of course we have our Today Special, but other than their Today Special, every one of my other products is all at their special anniversary pricing.
Yeah.
And you get almost 4-month money-back guarantee. Typically, we're a 30-day money-back guarantee, which is ample time to see the benefits. But now, in October, you have until January 31st. So you have all of the rest of October, November, December, and all of January to experience the benefits.
Absolutely. All right. So abbreviated look at our finest value of the day. I think we're approaching 30,000 spoken for. So here's what we're talking about. Not only one of Andrew's most important products, we wait, it's one day and one day only, but especially as we head into the season, the holidays where you're stressed, where you could definitely use that energy rather than that sugary drink or that coffee through the drive-through. This is energy on a fundamental level. And I think that's one of the differences that we love about CoQ10. Not all CoQ10 is created alike, but this is not that quick fix. This is, your cells are not alive if you don't have CoQ10. And not just your cells. When you think about the hardest working organs of your body, your heart, your liver, your brain, honestly, the more you know, the more you're gonna be compelled to take this, but you have to take the right one. And truly, he's been doing it longer than anybody else that we know of. It is the world's finest CoQ10. So as our finest value of the day, you just choose your bottle count size. We have the 50, 100, 200, 400, or 600. Biggest savings, in fact, we were talking about it last hour, the addition of the vitamin B, the vitamin D, and the vitamin C, and then you choose vitamin D 1000 or vitamin D 2000.
Well, they already come with, our standard CoQ10 already comes with full B complex and B12, because CoQ10 can't work well without it.
Right.
Vitamin C, it's been part of the way we make CoQ10 forever. Unlike other companies that just sell you CoQ10 on its own. But that chart is great to see, because if you just looked at the value of that C and B12, which I've never done this chart before, which was a mistake on my part. But today, for those of you who choose vitamin D3, our 1000 and 2000 D3 are the same price.
Right.
So whatever amount of vitamin D, I view it as so important, you pay the same price no matter what level you choose.
Yep.
So vitamin D, B12, vitamin C, those alone are worth more than the Today Special price. And those are inexpensive nutrients.
They are.
Because remember, that chart refers to almost 2,000 capsules of D3, B12, and vitamin C, because you're getting 600 capsules of CoQ10. So you get 600 capsules, the equivalent in that one capsule, because we use no additives, no binders, no fillers. So in that single small capsule, you're getting the equivalent, obviously, of 600 capsules, say in the large size, of CoQ10. It applies to whatever size you get. You're getting 600 capsules of the equivalent of separate B12 with B complex, 600 capsules if you choose vitamin D of 1,000 or 2,000 vitamin D, and 600 capsules of 300 milligrams of our non-acidic vitamin C. So you're getting all of those, and that's, when you consider the value, and that's why I've said, without question, this becomes the most important product I make, because if you look at what people might argue as the single most important supplement someone can take, the argument is going to be around vitamin D, vitamin B12, vitamin C, and CoQ10. those are probably the half a dozen or so ingredients people would choose to argue which is the most important. Those are 4 of them. So when you get 4 of them in one product, along with a full B complex, it's hard to imagine another single supplement that could be more important than this product, and especially today. Hard to imagine, as expensive as CoQ10 is, and as expensive as our sophisticated B12 is. That's a natural, it's unlike any B12 you're going to find at a supermarket or a discount store, because the typical form of B12 you find in a supermarket or discount store is kind of a waste. It's not going to be highly absorbable, it's not highly stable, and it's not natural. It's cyanocobalamin. That cyano sounds like the word cyanide because it is similar to it. And as your body metabolizes that form of B12, it liberates trace amounts of cyanide, not something that, it's something I worked very hard to avoid. So again, when you look at a product like this, to think that in the large size, it's now down to, it used to be a few dollars a capsule 20 years ago. Now it's down to pennies a capsule, a little more than a quarter a capsule in the large size, and a little bit more than that in the 400 capsule supply. So it's a value I never dreamed possible when I introduced CoQ10 34 years ago. 34 years ago, we were the first to do CoQ10, and even 20 years ago, the price was probably 10 times more expensive.
It was, and I'm just going to jump to that real quickly, just because last hour, and I don't know how many reviews we'll be able to get to, but there was a review that mentioned $19.99, and their cardiologist told them to take CoQ10. Okay, so that was $19.99. This is in comparison to 2000, okay? So, I mean, basically the same time frame. So from 2000 to 2006, this is what you would have paid, not for the 200 milligram, for 30, not for the 200 milligram, but for 30, that's 600 count size. Around that time that reviewers said their cardiologist should take CoQ10 would have been $1,500. And by the way, that was without the vitamin D that Andrew is including today. So if that kind of puts it in perspective, I mean, honestly, I'm somewhat dumbfounded when you see savings like that, but it's really true. I mean, this is a value that is really, really hard to ignore, not only because of the savings, but because of the multitude of benefits. And that's just it. As the holidays approach, chances are you may be drinking a little alcohol. Certainly you're going to be stressed. You're not going to be maybe sleeping or eating as well as you normally do. Chances are if you're watching this show, you may or may not be taking a statin or some kind of, drug or pharmaceutical. All of those things, to say nothing of the aging process, which of course is better than the alternative, but all of those things are compromising and hampering and hindering our CoQ10 levels. So to get it today for the best price in history, the only chance of the year, not only is this a special formula that Andrew only does as today's special with the addition of that vitamin D. Remember, you choose the 1000 IU or the 2000 IU, or you can choose your CoQ, Sans vitamin D if you are getting it in other ways or other places. But remember, this is the only day of issue where he's going to do these sizes and the addition of that vitamin D. Just real quickly, we didn't show this chart last hour, but just as another example, this is what you would be spending if you were buying just the CoQ10 and the vitamin D separately. And it's so wild because it's funny, a lot of times when we do today's specials, we say, oh, it's like getting the vitamin D for free. It's like getting the CoQ10 for free.
Well,
that's
I mean. And the graphic on the screen where it says choice with free vitamin D3.
Right.
So the basic today's special is our CoQ10 200. That comes with the vitamin C and full B complex. That's available. So we wanted to give you freedom of choice.
Right.
So we made 3 different versions. In fact, we're already starting to run out of some of the sizes, but we always hold back some capsules because we try to predict the levels. We come close, but never precisely. So we also make that same CoQ10 available to those of you who want 1000 IU vitamin D3. And those of you on 2000 IU vitamin D3. So you have your choice of either one of the 3. The pure CoQ10 on its own, the CoQ10 with the 1000 IU vitamin D3, or 2000 IU vitamin D3. All of them come with vitamin C, B complex, and B12. So it's your choice, all of them the exact same price. So literally, the vitamin D is free. But also on this today's special day, because the cost of CoQ10, this is our special opportunity because of the volume of capsules to deliver it so affordably. what Shannon was just doing with the other charts there, if you simply look at the cost of B12 and vitamin D and vitamin C, the price today, this would be a great Today Special for any of those.
It would.
And the CoQ10 is effectively free. So an ingredient that if you looked at the reviews from long ago, they said, great product, great ingredient, it's just too expensive. I can only afford to take it every other day or take 1 or 2 capsules a week. But CoQ10 was 10 times more expensive. So now CoQ10 has become incredibly affordable. And that's what's exciting about this, because I've always said how important it was, but I used to have to apologize for how expensive it was. It just said, it's kind of like those things. If you want the best, it's going to be really expensive. But now I often have to apologize or explain when I'm often asked, it's only a little more than 20 cents a capsule, and it has vitamin C and vitamin D and B12 and B complex in it. You must be taking a shortcut. That must be synthetic CoQ10. It must be bad CoQ10. And no, it's the exact same CoQ10. It's the power of the quantity that we get to do once a year, and that's what we're doing today. When you look at that counter and realize that the substantial majority, I'd say that the 600 and 400 count are probably almost 80% of the orders.
Yes,
so that quantity is why we get to do this once a year and make it so incredibly affordable.
Absolutely. And just to play devil's advocate for a moment, so if you're saying, oh, well, sure, I'm only getting those kind of savings if I'm doing the large size. Now, yes, if you were buying the D, the B, and the C separately, on the large size, it would be almost $300. Your price today, with the CoQ10 for free, is $169.90. But once more, just to play devil's advocate, even if you're just doing I say just, but you know, I travel with the smaller size bottles. Say you were doing the introductory size of that 50 count size, which this is a terrific time of year to do it because of that extended holiday return policy and of course that free shipping. Even on the 50 count size, if you were buying the D, the B, and the C separately, you would be looking at almost $34. Today, it's $27.90. So you get where we're going with this, meaning it's not only the best pricing of the year, it's something that whether your doctor has told you to take CoQ10 or whether you're like a lot of us who have taken it and when you run out, you feel the difference, there is such a sense of peace of mind and well-being, let alone sustainable energy on a fundamental and foundational basis. And that is something that you don't get with that quick fix. You know, you hear Andrew, and we've got so much information we're gonna try to get through in this abbreviated area because there's so much science and the reviews are incredible. But the more you know, the more you will be compelled to take this. Especially, I think, as we're all getting older in life. I don't know about you, but energy seems to be the big thing that most Americans are complaining about. If you went to your doctor recently, probably the first thing out of your mouth is, I don't have any energy, I don't know what it is, I just, you know, don't have the energy to do the things that I want. So this is that sustainable energy on a foundational cellular level, and more importantly, it's supporting the hardest working organs in your body. When you think about how hard your brain never shuts down, your heart, your liver, if you're stressed out, if you're taking certain medications, if you're overweight. As we get older, we're compromising those CoQ10 levels. And that's why I say it's really hard to ignore this when you think about the multitude of benefits, let alone the cost savings. And sometimes that savings almost becomes an afterthought just because I think we all want to live our best and healthiest life that we can. And for years, I know Colleen and myself and Bobby, you know, Adam, we'd all say if you could only take one thing, CoQ10 was always at that top of the list. And we all understand the benefits of supplementing our vitamin D levels. So now, remember, you can choose it without vitamin D or with vitamin D, 1,000 or 2,000 IU, and get the perfect partnership for the best price in history.
And there are so many great charts on the science that I really haven't devoted enough time to the charts. I haven't devoted really any time to reviews, and I know I should. So I just grabbed some charts here from the science. The quotes are great, and these were, I just grabbed some that dealt with different tissues in our body. I'm going to try to find the ones that deal with hearing. And that as we're aged, especially if we're exposed to loud sounds and things like that, that results in gradual changes in our hearing. All of us, our hearing, certainly at high frequency levels, our hearing suffers as we get older. But this is from the Journal of the Indian Society of Periodontology. Periodontology, that's our mouth, obviously, oral health. Deficiency of CoQ10 has been found to be responsible for periodontal destruction. Therefore, this study was undertaken to evaluate the anti-gingivitis effect of CoQ10 on plaque-induced gingivitis. Promising results were obtained after the solitary application of CoQ10, as well as when it was used as an adjunct to scaling and root planing for treatment of plaque-induced gingivitis. Clinical trials on humans have revealed a relation between oral administration of CoQ10 and improved gingival health and immune response. So a new area, our gum health. Biofactors. In skin, this is fascinating. In skin, endogenous, I haven't talked about this before, CoQ10 levels decline with increasing age. So the inherent internal levels of CoQ10 go down with age throughout our body, including our skin. Additionally, UV irradiation, skin exposed to UV, which leads to oxidative damage, significantly reduces skin's CoQ10 levels. CoQ10 plays an important role in skin due to its bioenergetics and antioxidant properties, meaning you can't make energy without it in the skin, and it's a protective antioxidant. And this effect might be related to the CoQ10 content of skin itself, especially the epidermis. We have already shown that prolonged intake of CoQ10 for at least 2 weeks in humans reduces the wrinkle area rate and wrinkle volume per unit area in the corner of the eye. First time I've read that chart. So, in conclusion, we also found that CoQ10 intake elevates the epidermal CoQ10 level. So when you take a supplement like this, it increases the epidermal CoQ10 level, which may result in reduction of wrinkles as well as other benefits with the potent antioxidant and energizing effects on the skin. So just as I've discussed this in terms of the heart, and as I've discussed it in terms of the liver and the energetics in these tissues and affecting their ability to function optimally and age optimally, our brain as well, we now get to talk about our skin. We talk about the tissues in our mouth. We also get to talk about it in terms of our ear and hearing as well. So it's sort of no wonder that all of this new science keeps cropping up, because when you talk about every organ's ability to do work, you talk about not just its ability to accomplish whatever it's supposed to accomplish, but it has to maintain itself. How it maintains itself determines how we age. If energy is compromised, then that energy is barely going to accommodate the need for that organ to do its daily work. And I believe, and science has shown, that what then suffers is the future of that organ or system or structure, because what suffers is its ability to maintain itself. And how it maintains itself determines how well it functions later in life.
You know what's so interesting about you reading that chart? I can't believe I didn't have that epiphany earlier. We sell a lot of beauty products here at HSN with CoQ10.
Oh, yeah?
We do. And then I'm thinking,
guess
well, wait a minute. Yeah, right?
Guess what? I'm not aware of the fact that CoQ10 can be topically delivered and topically beneficial. I have not seen any science that would indicate to me that CoQ10 can be, again, we've said this about collagen peptides. Collagen peptides absolutely are too large to be delivered. They might exert some external effect, but not that desired effect on the internal collagen. That's just not, unfortunately, how collagen can work. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, it's not how CoQ10 can work on your skin as well. It might deliver some other benefits, but again, if there's any meaningful amount of CoQ10 in those products, then that product is going to be bright, bright, bright yellow. And as I've shown before, when I've done this and I've opened the capsule here and I spread the capsule around with my fingers, what happens? My fingers here, let's see if we can get a shot of this. Can we see?
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Where is it?
Oh, how neat is that?
My fingers get yellow.
They do.
So if you, and they get very yellow, as we can see.
They do.
But those fingers get yellow, so if you're going to put a meaningful amount of CoQ10 in a topical skincare product, it's going to be bright yellow. So what they do is what I've often said about certain skincare products. I often say this about supplements. You read the label, and when CoQ10 used to be very expensive, very, very expensive, thousands of dollars a kilogram, people would put it on the label of a product. They'd put micrograms in. So 1 microgram is 1,000th of a milligram. So they'd put 200 micrograms, and most consumers wouldn't know. They wouldn't really notice, because you'd assume it was 200 milligrams, not 200 micrograms. And of course, on skincare products, they don't declare the active level of those ingredients. So they're typically just, as I say, blessed. It's like someone just blessed it with a certain amount of CoQ10 and really didn't put a meaningful amount, because if they did, it will be yellow. Even at a few percent, it will be yellow.
Isn't that interesting? I mean, so that is the natural color. Well,
Yep.
It's hard to believe, but I know you see that clock on your screen. Only 10 minutes remaining in this show. Remember, Andrew will be back with Colleen later on tonight at 8 o'clock. You're welcome to shop now. I actually make my little Andrew Lessman list and shop on hsn.com after the show to make sure that I get everything I want. Remember, Andrew's only here a couple of times a year, but this is something that we wait for once a year and once a year only. He has truly outdone himself, even in the realm or scope of previous CoQ10 Today's Specials. This really cannot compare. I mean, it really can't. I mean, yes, the savings are one thing, but it's really the multitude of benefits and how this enhances, how this improves, how it really helps further our life on every fundamental level, whether we're just talking about energy or heart or brain or liver. It's amazing when you think about it. You never want to be a day without this.
And even I'll read some charts about the eye in a moment here. There are even more charts that talked about skin and skin wrinkling, because the energetics, the skin that has a better capacity to produce energy has a better capacity to protect itself. A skin with higher levels of CoQ10 has a better capacity to protect itself from UV radiation, which is the single most aging external effect in terms of our skin. So if we look at this chart here, and certainly when we talk about our liver, energy is about our liver being able to protect itself from all the toxic chemicals it deals with and all the chemical work it has to do on our behalf. Certainly our heart has the highest concentrations of CoQ10 because it's constantly doing muscular contraction. Contraction never rests. Our skeletal muscles get to rest. Our heart never, ever, ever gets to rest. So this is from Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science. The retina is particularly vulnerable to oxidative stress. The macular region is the most stressed. Since the retina's oxygen consumption rate is greater than any other tissue relative to, say, size, large amounts of reactive oxygen species are formed. Those are free radicals that are damaging. The relative concentration of CoQ10, coupled with its ability to act as an efficient antioxidant, suggests that CoQ10 may function as a powerful antioxidant in the eye. Not suggest. CoQ10 can efficiently protect membrane phospholipids from lipid peroxidation and protect mitochondrial membrane proteins and DNA from oxidative damage. We talked about lutein and zeaxanthin when we talked about Ultimate Eye. CoQ10 is its perfect partner. Omega-3, its perfect partner. And I was just going to read some reviews. I'll find the charts on hearing later for this evening. But just some reviews. I haven't read really any, and we have so many great ones. Amazing CoQ10. I always have this product on hand. This is the one vitamin above all else that people should take. Just makes you feel so much better. My husband and I have been taking this product since January 2014. We just feel so good now. When we went on vacation in May, I decided not to bring supplements along, and by the time we got home, we vowed never to do that again. We simply weren't feeling as good without them. This one makes a big difference. Try it, and you will see the difference too. Quality supplements, vitamins, easy to swallow, made in the USA. My last blood test results showed me to be within all of the established normal parameters. It's important to take this product if you are taking high blood pressure and cholesterol medicine. From Mel in Georgia, he's absolutely correct. Whether you're taking, say, antidepressants, drugs for blood pressure, drugs for cholesterol in particular, drugs for osteoporosis, bisphosphonates, you want to be ensuring that you have adequate CoQ10 because those drugs conspire to lower the vital CoQ10 we all need. And I'm not making up the essential nature of CoQ10. It's a fact. It was made up by someone hundreds of thousands or millions of years ago, someone other than me, and CoQ10 happens to be the essential molecule for electron transport in our cells, in the mitochondria of our cells. And that production of energy it doesn't just determine how we experience energy or how we experience fatigue. What it determines is how well every cell in our body can maintain itself, can protect itself. And whether we're talking about our skin cells, whether we're talking about our heart, the cells in our heart, the myocardium, whether we're talking about our liver or brain, our capacity to do work, those cells, organs, tissues, capacity to do work, it's not just work, it's also maintenance. They're not only responsible for doing the work that they're charged with, but they're responsible for taking care of themselves and maintaining sort of their own life support as well. And that energy is determinative of the quality of that work and the quality of that maintenance. So you can't underestimate the importance of CoQ10. That's the only thing I'm left with reading the research. The one thing I want to emphasize is you don't need to spend more to benefit from CoQ10. You don't need to spend 5 times more on ubiquinol. 95, 98% of the research on CoQ10 is about this ingredient, ubiquinone. Ubiquinol, its close cousin, it's just its reduced form. So the reduced form of ubiquinone is ubiquinol. In our body, it exists in both forms that are constantly interconverted. So I prefer to see you spend far less and get far more. That's the best investment.
Absolutely. I mean, and it's an investment in you. It's an investment in your good health. And certainly this is the gift-giving season. We've got that extended holiday return policy. And it is nice. That 50-count size does make a nice little stocking stuffer if you want to get somebody started on it, because all of these, the addition of the vitamin D, the B, and the C is more than the price of admission on any single one of those sizes.
And they're not there just to make this a great value, right, which they do. They are there to make sure this is the greatest CoQ10 you could possibly take. Because it's naive to think, it would be scientifically incorrect to think, if you look at how your cell works, if you look at, say, the intermediate, if you just look at the basic metabolism, the biochemistry that's going on in your cell, that's creating energy for you. It's not CoQ10 alone. You need to still have, even B12. B12 is indispensable for the creation of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is how our body transports oxygen. We all hear about anemia and things like that. If we don't have adequate hemoglobin to transport oxygen, then we can't produce energy. We can't perform that oxidation adequately. So what I'm trying to do is ensure that no chain, as they say, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So you could have a chain with these enormously strong links. You have one little weak link in there, you put any pressure on that chain, doesn't matter how strong the others were, it's gone. You're only going to be delivering the benefits associated with how weak that weak link was. With this product, there are no weak links, which is why this product, if you look at the reviews, almost 90% of the reviews are 5-star. Over 95% are positive reviews. That's kind of crazy in terms of unanimity. We all talk about right now how much America doesn't agree and how divided we are and how partisan we are. I prefer to leave politics at the wayside when I do what I do. I think we can all agree about quality. We all share the same biochemistry, no matter how politically different we are, which is kind of funny. In the old days, before I was ever on TV, we advertised on radio. We'd always advertise on talk radio. And we're non-denominational, so we'd be on a liberal talk radio show, we'd get complaints from conservative folks. We'd be on a conservative talk radio show, we'd get complaints from liberal folks. I'm someone who, I find myself kind of squarely planted in the middle. So what I used to always respond was say that no matter what our political views are, we all deserve to be healthy. We all deserve to be happy. So the way I view this, my job is making products that keep us all happy at that one time when we could all agree that good health is something we all have earned and we all deserve. And that's what my products are designed to do, affordably, with ingredients that are typically very, very expensive, 100% pure, made entirely with solar energy. And every bottle you get, we donate 3 bottles, 3 30-day supplies of prenatal vitamins. We actually donated more than 1 billion doses of prenatal vitamins worldwide in the last 7 years. That's 33 million bottles, but it's over 1 billion doses, so that's all thanks to you. So we try to be responsible, not just in how we make the best products affordable, but how we go about doing our business. And a lot of companies, I wish big companies approach it the same way. Could you imagine if big companies decided to have no carbon footprint at all? That could really make a huge impact on the future of our planet.
Indeed. All right. I know time is of the essence. Just as a reminder, the D, the B, and the C pay for the, well, actually more than the price of admission. That's almost $300. It's $169.
Or if you simply look at 200 milligrams of CoQ10,
right,
which used to cost a few dollars, today it costs pennies. It costs a little more than 25 cents. And when you make that little investment, you get your separate C, your separate B12, your separate B complex, and your separate vitamin D if you choose to. So it's an opportunity I never thought I'd have to make something so comprehensive with so many expensive ingredients, so affordable, so pure, easy to swallow. It will never upset your stomach. You won't find a single review that said it does. So it's truly a unique opportunity to make a difference. And you have a 4-month money-back guarantee, nothing to lose.
Absolutely, with free shipping on top of that. You're actually back at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
9 p.m., not 8 p.m.
Okay,
so I get a little break. I'm off to the gym.
Okay.
Yes.
I might take a nap. You might see me there. We'll see how that goes. But Andrew, thank you for a great day. Well, Wolfgang Puck is coming up.
Hopefully he saves some of Wolf's food for me.
We're going to try to get some leftovers.
See everyone later.
It's the greatest pleasure to cook for my family.